to the extreme end. And I want to salute people like Maurice here, like people that have stayed true to R&B. It's the same thing with hip hop. Hip hop never invading about dancehall. That's why of us that they're very true to hip hop. So there's a lot of people, artists, that have stayed but for you to actually be bold and say, guys, I'm gonna do an event that celebrates R&B, that's again very, very bold. More, Omar, how was the very first experience of us doing World of Sound?
Thank you. This is Michael Omar. In 2023 October, we came up with the idea of doing the concept of World of Sounds, because then we envisioned unpacking different genres that sometimes don't get the forefront. Because we have a lot of mainstream music, and it's a nice thing, but there's certain things, certain elements that are in the back that people don't get listened to sometimes, and perhaps they do like them. So what we did on the first edition is we did fusion. It wasn't R&B per se, it wasn't jazz alone.
You fused it,
yes. Yeah. So we had like snippets of different genres that are usually not at the forefront. So in headlining it, I've partnered with different artists before, and most of them that I've partnered with, we're bringing different facets, musical facets to this. Because we had Julian on there, we had Kenneth Mugabe, we had the B2C, we had Maurice, we had Sebunja that does world music. We had lots of artists. So this,
just a second.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben.
What we're trying to do, the entire vision is to unpack different genres in different editions. So the first one was more generalized. So this one is focused mostly on R&B. That's why we have the acts just the way they are. So in the next,
a lot of our music, it worked in this. So thank you so much, JP. While you guys came in,
briefly, World of Sound is just a platform that showcases, immersions in different genres of music and performances. So we understand if we have Abejawulo, there are limitations on creativity. If I hire Benon and Vampos, I'll give them a certain amount of time, and I'll tell them, I want you to entertain the fans. They don't really get time to showcase what their creative space looks like, or in-depth immersions into the type of music that they do. If I do Kadongo, I may be forced just to sing something I don't want because so we created a platform just to celebrate, these creative aspects. It's not just about genres, even the performances. There are certain performances that we want to see. We want to encourage people to do. Like Michael said, the first edition was about Afro jazz and fusions. So it wasn't just about jazz music. We wanted to understand how does jazz play with other elements, because music is universal. At some point, it links. People who link with R&B, with reggae, they meet at a certain stage. Never producer have been, and they'll tell you that's a fact. So we created a platform to create these immersions, but also not just a platform to celebrate music. We want a platform that can expose these people. There are so many kids out there who are like Babarika because of a certain type of sound that is happening. So they end up diverting from what they do because they have to jump into a chitunda.
There is a particular artist on that same point that I won't mention the name, but he used to do a lot of R&B, that's slow kind of music. Nenga bajanga cricket ovo graviton kujuna msoka wali masi mikono nijikola bwegiti ye wajata abantu ne babeera we batinga feeling anga ata delivering there and get bambi. Exactly. He was giving a big performance. Exactly. So I hear you.
That's where our inspiration really comes from. So we are trying to tell everyone that you can do what you do and you still be appreciated. World all over, there is a global, but there is a global jazz artist, there is a global hip hop artist, there is a global reggae artist. So you can still make it from whatever aspect whatever creative space you're doing, without losing your identity. So most of the artists are being driven to demands as a public. To demands as I remember when we were joining the industry, but so many people can express themselves properly in Zoom, singer, Muluganda.
I gotta paint this up by and so on. Anyway, think the people that I can give credit to that kind of style, number one would be Peter Sematimba and Steve Jean. Peter was very fundamental. If you remember the days of Dungeon Studio, he was the guy behind Perfect Generation, Omori Simon Beskalema. Yeah. There was a girl group called Prim and Proper. There was DJ Berry. There was after. I'm talking about these 90, 92, 93. Yeah? Yeah, but I think there's a trajectory that the music was on, but hey, Jenkins, the days of the homies. Michael Chris, Kukuli, the days of Sabrina's. Ani? Limitex, yes. Yeah. So the beauty back then is the music was very diverse, and there was no pressure of Chidandali, or like there was appreciation of different genres, and the more diverse, the better the audience would appreciate. That's why back in the days you would see a lot of jazz concerts being appreciated and filling up. Congolese music. Basically, there was a lot of Kasavu Kanyama. Yeah, you just wanted me to paint a picture. But I'm trying to mention people that were a bit different. Okay. Tempra, Omona. But you put me on the spot. One thing I've been in research, Bagay Chow. Michael Ross. Michael Ross, Yachikuba. Michael Chris. Oh, Lunatic. Oh, there was a group called LSST. Malimu, Luther. Hey, Mr. Katamata Z, yeah, moving encyclopedia. Steve Jean. Yeah? Steve Jean, Yachikuba Banyonyode, Selavia Fever. I was present the night the song Fever first played in Club Silk. Omusajja akava America ali mu ngato ya white. A bitch nga unya bulungi nga okitegera kama naye bannange bano bakikola nateka mwaka yimba nga ka soundinga nga kalinga nga akabali ngobuyimba bwaffe bwonna wano tukuteekamu era omanya kawana naye kali ngaka era
ogamba bakabi bamya credit the people who brought it on TV. Yeah, Colin Selubili, Jama Agenda. That Jama Agenda was mad. He plays a song, you have to look for it, wait for new vision. Evalu take wakati mu popular with the lyrics. Nozi Soma, Nozi Iga. It was hectic, and remember he was being dressed by Slindy Awori, so he was smart like the music videos. Then came Kazora, then Bush the late Bush baby.
But this Bush
They are managing a fire base by then. I think those presenters gave it to us. Yeah. Then we had of course Capital, Sanyu, where you have to listen in and be like, they played it. I need to record it on a tape. But no matter about tape. You know, like when the radio station is playing a song, and you record it on a tape so that you get the words. You have to mime it in Navisonsa. That was hard, as in you have to wait for that song. So you knew about Nyasa Lufunye, Kumunana, Onyizo Lufuna, over Kumina Biri. Set your tape, get ready. Before the old taxi back brought the tapes. For Craig David, I used my lunch money to come to Old Kampala to buy his tape. So that day did it. 7 days.
Craig, I know Kusasula.
Then on Vampos, these people used to go to Navisonsa, and they were the Craig Davids who could see in actual sense in Uganda, because Michael Ross was Asha. These ones, the girls tell us they are not going, the teachers are telling us we go. We left schools with the police. They are not going, to go back, kids surrounding them. So I think it's going to be a good experience, Bush. We're so eager for this.
Thank you so much.
Have a privilege to be an upcoming artist.
What?
Yes. The time when I released my first album, Bantela Delama say Bantela Delama say in Morris
Link, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So most people thought I wasn't Ugandan Abejawulo. Some of them thought I was a 45-year-old with some good music. Most of them. When I let's say 2018 there, when I did my first concert at National Theatre, most people thought they would see some old guy, maybe some like you cannot move away. I'm like, yes, you're the one who sings this music. I'm like, yes. So yes, I was there observing the mainstream.
So who was playing in that space by the time you were coming onto the scene, besides Morris?
There was Michael Rose.
Oh.
Yes, he came. In fact,
I think Michael Ross are in generations in me.
Michael Rose, yes. They just went to Somere High School, and I chanted
Michael Ross has.
Yes.
Chisoboka.
Yeah.
Chisoboka.
Yeah.
Chisoboka.
Yes.
Nange nali St. Lawrence Bambino n'ajja ne Bengal. St. Lawrence that is student.
There was is Henry because we're reggae.
Oh, you are reggae, yes.
Because 2008 I was in Singapore. That's a time when was a radio all over. There was Michael Chris,
Jamal,
Uganda boys very well.
dance.
Jeyava was there. Nawulizako cassette ye nabikowa.
Wawuliza cassette?
Yes, cassette. Nabikowa. Moving forward, you get a mwaka.
2018, 2019. Teo'smedia wa R&B. 2019, 2018.
Well, there was Aziza Zion.
Yes.
But Aziza, does he still do R&B?
Yes. He was the king of R&B.
Oh, the actress is Backswagger. And who else was there?
Tukobao.